Which one of us was I not counting right? This one?
Did you not count yourself?
No, I'm listening to a ball game. I'm trying to keep up with one.
Oh, I didn't hear that. Good evening, everyone. It is
6:32.
and I will find mine.
Well, you can't very well keep it on your mold.
Okay. Can you try to see if it'll let you record? Just push the button on the left.
No, I haven't signed nothing. I'm afraid to sign anything in here.
You might be shipped out.
Afraid so.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Board of Trustees meeting, May 12th, 2026. Call to order, 6:31 p.m. May I have a roll call, please?
Jerry here. Jerry right here.
Linda is here.
Herschel Johnson.
Linda Johnson present. Absent are Peggy Walling and Barbara Bruce.
Claudia Dance here.
Thank you. Can we all stand for a pledge of allegiance, please? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, and liberty and justice for all. Thank you all. We hand out a correction sheet on the proposed budget, page 5. And so if you have your budget with you, you need to replace it, and if not, please replace it when you get home as we review it. Has everyone had a chance to read the minutes? Any questions on the minutes for April 12th meeting?
One of the things that on there says that we was looking at North Street or Northwest Street.
Okay.
Northwest Street.
And do you know about where that correction is made?
Well, I can look it up. I don't know offhand.
Okay. May I have your minutes, so I can see that? And that is just, and we can mark that on our paper in front of you, and then we will not be putting out a new issue of minutes. We'll just correct that. And we were looking at, because of that ditch?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Try to find that real quick, guys.
Oh, well, thank you.
Gary, you caught it. Where's
Here,
that?
I'll look at it.
Okay. On Northwest Street and free trade. There's
What is the subject?
I'm speaking and I'm telling you now.
Street repair.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Still on page 2, the next to last paragraph, second one.
Second one. Also, still on
Still on North Street,
Northwest.
it's supposed to be northwest.
Okay,
Do you
got
see that, Linda? Or you make note of it on your, minutes? Second page, second to the last paragraph, it's Northwest Street, not north, okay?
I can read them.
All right.
That's my home.
Okay. Okay then, if there is nothing else, may I have a motion to approve minutes for the April 14th, 2026 meeting? Have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Yeah.
Has everyone had an opportunity to see the bills and financials? You had your draft, and then your, other one came out tonight. You might want to check if there's anything additional. I'm gonna take a brief look too. So if I know anything substantial right off the bat for you guys.
On the abatement of the properties,
Uh-huh.
the payments for each property, that's the final payment, correct?
Yes, those payments will be, paid in full. We will be holding off on the Schnittler payment. The check is written, but we will, hold it. There seems to be a problem with the light pole that was hit, and I don't know if Guy White hit it during the work or if it's broken right at the ground. So we're gonna wait and, see how Mr. Guy White wants to handle that. He said, he's checking with his, operator to see if he took a picture prior to it. The picture I have prior to it, I don't see that pole leaning at all. Right now the pole is leaning, so we're gonna look at that and, see how he wants to handle that. I talked to Rural Electric and, that's who we use to reset, but Mr. Guy White might use someone else to reset. And, property owner may decide not to have the pole reset at all because more than likely the trailer will be next thing to be abated because it's not affected. And then our property can go.
Is it a utility pole? Is it the meter
It's a
leak?
personal property, utility pole. It's not an Ameren pole, it's their utility pole. So it's the property owners, and so if we in fact broke it, then it will be taken care of by the village and the excavator. So otherwise, yes, all these would be going out. You see our prices were quite fair. We did get the cleanup on Main Street. I do have a question about Main Street from the resident next door. We asked for a straight cut. There couldn't be a straight cut down it, and that is what they did. However, in the middle of that straight cut, that concrete pad had these great big round concrete, and I don't know what they were, and then they have a metal band around it. And so when the excavator asked the property owner, do you want me to try to cut that out, or do you need to pull the whole thing out? And he said, pull the whole thing out. And then, of course, that went into his little section of his concrete pad, his pad. So, that is something that we will correct and make a straight line on that. But that was discussed between him, and they said do it that way, but we will need to fix that.
Did he have a problem with it after it was done?
Because now he can't, it's not a straight path line like it was, it's smooth. So, we'll make it right. It's a very small area that will need to be fixed, but, see the worker and myself will, work with it.
Did that overlap onto Walling North Other side.
on the walling, the circle overlaps on walling, and so when we pulled it all out, it gave about, I think it's like about 6-inch breakage. As you can imagine, a circle, it's just maybe a foot long and then 6 inches, type of circle. And so, we'll take care of that. The abatement, they went well. One resident, I was very surprised that it was taking place, because they had not received paperwork. I had paperwork there to display, and I showed you all the paperwork, and then it was asked me, was the estimate the same as it was last year, which indicates that they did get paperwork. So they see what the estimate was last year.
Yeah.
So,
Stick on his own foot.
yeah, so, but, all the properties were, that we had said yes to were abated, and right now it looks rough, because they just got all that overgrowth out, and, residents still need to go in and clean their properties, finish cleaning up. If they do not, then we will continue with abatement, and that's where, a city worker will go in and finish the mowing, and then we'll send them a bill for mowing, if we have to continue to upkeep the property, if they don't take action now.
Is that the one on the corner by the south side?
Sean Burke's property was abated, yes. He had a lot of
I didn't.
And then, Persimmon and Hills was abated, and, Hill Street, Clusterberg, and then on the corner of Persimmon and Hill, the both places, the catty corner from one another, abated, and then the property behind it, so they were all abated and sent out, and I worked on them a little bit today. They're still doing a lot of work. And, but the overgrowth is gone. You can see the buildings, and the rodents are gone. There was things, I saw an increase of coons myself. Where's the other guy coming from?
But they are gone, you think?
Well, probably not completely, but they're not. I've seen them running. So.
And I know there's no legal way we can throw a fusee in there and burn down.
No, we can't.
And the fire department can't either.
And I was kind of surprised that once they got all that overgrowth gone, I never knew there was a shed in this one area, and it's about ready to fall down. It's I didn't take it too, but oh well, we'll let the property owners have an opportunity to take care of that. In our letter, we did let them know that the abatement was going to begin, and after the abandoned homes were rebuilt, then we would address that. So right now the funds aren't really there to tear down homes right now, but at least we've got them exposed now, and so the property owners know to do something more. So, okay, anything else on the bills that you had any questions on, anyone? I did hire Tim Herman to take care of water and sewer, and he started last week. He is doing well. He is going to be gone for a brief time, so he's training now, and then he'll have a small brief time that I'm already aware of, and but I'm real pleased to have that extra help taking care of the water and sewer. Tim Herman is his name. Okay, if there's nothing else, may I have a motion to approve the written financial statement this evening?
I make motion, Mr. President.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
I'm sorry, who was the second? Jerry?
Greg?
There's Jay, right? You know that one, right?
Okay, and, the water tower painting was scheduled to begin yesterday, but due to weather on the job that they are previously on, it's been delayed to the point that, our engineer, Tracy Swanson, has already put up the sign, showing that, the Illinois EPA recognition of the funds being, granted to us, and, not granted, not awarded, known, it shows that they are, working with us, and we got that loan. during the process of that, tower painting, the Park Road will be closed. I will put a sign there at Oak Street saying road closed ahead, and then the contractors will actually put their signs up closing the road. So I went ahead and got a sign from county highway to say, hey, it's coming, it's closed. So they won't go, have to go up there and turn around. And it'll be closed from the other side. The tank that will be holding our water and supply to our residents, it's been decided that it needs to be placed on the Park Road because the other areas are probably too soft to be able to handle that tank. So that's why we're closing the road. Well, we're closing the road for many reasons, but the tank will actually be on the road instead of on the side, in the grassy area. I feel like it's really there. It was recommended to me from someone to paint the tower like a baseball. Since we don't have a team, the Hornets anymore. Now we've already said it's going white with green Bellmont. But if you guys think that I should ask, I can. But when they talked about it, they're just going to give us more fees. So the decision's already been made.
I mean, I'm not excused.
But it would be attractive.
Yes, appealing.
It might be expensive. We really don't want to go into, but if anyone says so, just let me know. We will still have time to say something next month because we're going to start on the 25th. We'll have a meeting a couple of weeks later, so the final coats won't be on. But anyone give more input on that?
I thought we already decided on what we did with it.
We did. So are we saying stay with it, guys? I need a show of hands.
I say yes, we stay with
What we got, that's my feeling.
Okay.
I mean, would be kind of cute, but
Appealing.
it is, actually now it's without meaning.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I just wanted to bring it up because someone did say that. Okay.
So we do have a brand new baseball field there.
Well, it's not very new, but we're working on it.
Yeah,
That's
getting
right.
there.
It's getting there.
Getting closer.
Okay, what else did I need to tell you guys about? We should have both budgets presented to us at the June meeting, so I do hope that everyone can make that meeting. If not, we'll discuss it at the end of the meeting. Audits, the audits, both 24 and 25 audits will be presented, and we'll be turning in 26 audits, hopefully tomorrow. After this meeting tonight, and things go well, we'll turn all our paperwork in tomorrow so they get started on that. They have assured me that once they receive that box, that they should have it completed within 5 weeks, which would be wonderful because then that means that we are in line for our CCO grant, which is the grant that is for the water system. And its application has to be in by October. And that's what's held us up for the last 2 years on that grant, is not having our audit done. So that's looking very hopeful. The company Legacy Tree Service, we've gotten several bids on taking down the trees for the park, and Legacy has gotten back with me and said that they really would like to be our tree person, arborist, yes, and that they are comfortable with taking the trees down now and waiting for payment. We're going to see if the grant's going to pay for it, if we want to pay for it. We talked about that last month, and we're just going to see where we're at, and so they should be coming anytime and taking those trees down for us.
in the park.
In the park, which is part of the OGLAD grant.
Are they all marked?
And they are marked, yes. And they were the lowest bid, and so we're definitely going with them. I plan to go ahead and get a hold of them again and ask them about the tree in the back here that was mentioned to me last month at the board meeting. We talked about a tree needing to come down here at City Hall in the parking lot, and I looked at it, or in my mind, I said, oh, it's not that big a deal that we can do it. Well, I looked at it again, and no, we can't do it. This is a tree. It's going to, if we try to cut it, it's going to fall on the building. So whatever trustee pointed that out was correct.
Now, Ned, you don't have no trust in your guy that would be running St. Paul.
No, it's probably me I don't have confidence in. It's much bigger than I realized, so we'll try to get an estimate on that.
Like 800.
Yesterday.
Well, I mean, if someone tells me that no men are gonna get together and we're gonna do that, then that's our prerogative. But I might go ahead and get an estimate on it too, just to see. Okay, we had another water leak on, Main Street, and it was a residential leak. And was that last month that I reported that?
Yeah.
Okay. We are prepared to open the checking account that is required by Illinois EPA for the loan that we are going to go into for the tower painting. This checking account will be called the construction. It'll be at First Mid-Bank. It will have the same three signatures that currently are signing checks on that account. And that is being initiated now because our engineer has asked for the first reimbursement for administrative and engineering fees, which only makes sense, but I mean, the job's starting here in Wilson. So that is being set up, and we talked about it months ago. I explained that this would have to take place, and so that we will be doing that this week. That account will be set up. Does anybody have any questions about that or understand why we're doing that? Okay.
And the account is solely just for the
Okay.
contract.
Yeah.
Okay.
Once the funds go into the account, they go out pretty quick, so there are payments that have to be made from it. And then after that, that account will be the account used to put in our monthly allotment so that we will prepare to make our annual payments. Right now, we have annual payments to USDA that go out in May and November. And so this will try to get this set up on a little different time schedule, the actual payment date. But instead of it just coming out of water right now, we're going to set it in there every month so we know we have the right amount. USDA has the security of the two CDs. We've got the reserve and the depreciation, and that's equivalent to two payments. And so we don't have that with this new one we're doing, so we've decided to make our monthly payment, monthly deposit, so we will be prepared for the payment. And this was discussed back in the meeting when we were approving the loan. So that will be taken place.
So money is already there. I mean, will be placed there very soon, or?
Yes, that request has already been submitted for our first installment, for administrative fees and engineering. I believe that balance was, 32,000. I don't have the letter in front of me, but it was about that. So that's the first installment that will be coming in. And the other installments will come as it's time to pay people that are doing the work.
My question is, where's the money going to come from? Which fund? This fund,
It's
the money's
the
already
EPA loan,
okay, loan.
that EPA will be making the deposit. You'll note that on the, we already did that, that's good, okay. Is there anything else that anyone needs to bring to my attention? That I need to comment on? Okay, then let's say, report from trustees. How are we coming along on the American 50th celebration?
Somebody was gonna check the public utility or whoever
Right.
runs the polls and tell us what kind of things we have to put up there,
Yeah.
which I haven't heard anything of that.
Or Bruce was taking care of that, her and Claudia, and Claudia learned that they have to put a band. We're not allowed to drill into the poles So we'll put a band on it, and then that will hold our flag attachment. I believe Claudia is trying to get flags from CARs.
That, they don't have the right size.
They don't, okay. So,
What size do we need?
I don't know, okay, we don't want to go too big of an extent.
Probably about,
4 by 6,
Yeah, that's what I was
or
thinking.
3 by 5, but I think 4 by 6.
And they don't have to be,
that seems pretty big.
not really, when you're talking about on a street pole. They don't have to be huge. They don't have to be, the best quality because they're temporary. It's not like we're going to leave them up all year round.
In that case, a 3 by 5 will probably do, but I was thinking 4 by 6 would be the right size.
Kind of similar to what Mr. Ford does over on Route 1.
Kind of similar to what I got up in my yard.
Oh, okay. I looked in the flag book and they're very expensive, so we're still looking for a good source to be able to get those. And I think if we try hard enough, we might even be able to find someone that would donate or lean or loan to us for the free time that we're going to have to make for the celebration.
One of the questions I have is what size that pole is that they,
A telephone pole?
no, the pole on the flag,
Oh,
the
no.
staff on the flag,
Yeah.
so you know what kind of,
Supposed to put it in?
thing to put it in. And whether or not the thing you put it in, the mounting thing for the flag, will go underneath this band that they say that you have to have. You have to have a band, and then the thing, the mounting bracket or whatever has to fit under the band, and then you can put your flag in it, right?
So the band is holding the bracket on.
The bands are pretty universal, aren't they, though? I mean, the bracket.
Yeah, most of them are.
Most of the brackets that I saw, you put 3 screws in to hold them in place, but we can't do that.
Yeah, no, but, universal in the size of the flag pole, staff, they're pretty universal. Yeah.
I don't think
I don't know.
I don't think it's going to be difficult. And,
No, not at all.
it won't be an issue. I think
But we're supposed to tell them ahead of time what we're going to get.
yes, and I believe that Barb Ruth did poll count
Yeah, we need to
and the
16.
poll numbers, and because we have to give them the number of the poll that we're putting them on and location. She has that information, and she'll be submitting it. And I believe, Herschel, were you going to be purchasing the bracket and the poll? Yeah. I will look into that, and we'll get that lined up. And Barb has talked about June, so I think the poles are all going to be installed by June, and they will stay up through the July, probably the end of July. I mean,
So will they be up for Memorial Day?
I do want to get Memorial Day. Memorial Day is probably what, the 30th?
26.
Okay, I'll get on that. We'll get it together. Okay.
So we have to buy the brackets and get those installed first.
And the brackets will be held by the ring, and then the black.
Well, it's like big hose clamps is what
Right.
I think.
That's what it is, yeah.
Yes.
Then you need to screw the bands
And so
down
you can
tight
make it fit
in
in the hole.
itself. That's not me, I got mine on challenge.
Hello.
You sound like you don't want to do that.
Uh-oh. You better deny it quickly, you'll be up there. Okay, so that,
Yeah, man.
that's taking place. Are you good, Linda?
Still good.
Okay.
Flower bed.
Oh, the flower bed? Claudia has suggested that we put some red, white, and flowers here in the front of the building in front of the handicap, and so far we haven't gotten any fresh topsoil there because it's planted, seeded, and so we might just buy some decorative flowers and just put them here in front of the building. If it happens, I'm not sure it can happen. We might bring my flower beds from home and put them up here. I just did 2 concrete pots, red, white, and blue flowers in them, and I might just bring them up to the display and hang on, especially during the 4th of July.
Are we gonna have a combination of churches, with a ceremony? I mean, is it gonna be one church or
Is there gonna be a ceremony?
is it gonna be a ceremony?
I don't know. I'm sorry, Barbara has to tell us just exactly what she plans. I don't know that there's gonna be a celebration. It's just more of an outward,
Showing her
celebration of the village, showing
yeah.
that we're supportive of the holiday. That's really our goal. So, okay, old business. I met with, I have 3 different proposals coming in for the sewer department for the lagoon. The lagoon is difficult to mow. We have a volunteer that takes care of it for us, and that's why you all are considering a nicer mower, a commercial mower for that. And I'm asking what it will take to make it more mowable. Plus, Donald Camp pointed out to me some erosion that was taking place where it needs to be built up. So that's what we're looking into. As those bids come in, I will present that to the board. So far, what I'm asking for seems to be quite expensive, and so we probably won't go that route. But as I get that information, I'll present it under the water.
I don't know what the washout looks like, but what did you do with all that concrete you just tore up?
Well, they took most of it, and then when I realized, I'm like, oh, we can use that out here to protect us. Well, they didn't know exactly where. I thought they would dump it right on top of the concrete I had. They actually dumped it in my pathway that I got into the lagoon. So now we got to get a tractor out there and move it a little bit. So I told them, don't dump it anymore. You know, because that wasn't going to work for me. But we do have concrete out there that we can use. But when I was talking to the engineers, it's more of, what do you call that, riprap?
Riprap, yeah.
Is it riprap?
Riprap.
Riprap.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That's more what we need opposed to just stuff of that kind, because ours are all in shape and so forth. So we'll see what all comes around for us. I do think Main Street looks good. We'll be sowing some grass there, with a straw, and then eventually we'll start mowing it. I was pleased to get that done. Okay. I'm still waiting for IDOT to get back with me about Mr. Lott's question of can we chip and seal all the way down his lane. So far, it's my understanding it's up to the alley. I really don't think we can use general funds to go up his driveway, but we'll wait and see what IDOT tell me. If they tell me you can use it and no effect, then I will ask them to consider that. But I haven't gotten that answer yet. And so therefore, if we don't have our road to effect proposal resolution to the SPC, then we're still working on going anywhere. I don't see that we're going to do a lot of chip and seal this year. Last year was a big year, and I looked at our previous, it was fairly high. So I'd like to do less this year, and I'd really like to try to focus on sidewalks. And so we're still trying to pull that resolution together. All right, let's look at the proposed budget for 26-27. Probably this is my rough copy. This is my full copy.
I didn't get one.
Did I do this one? I guess this is it, but I wrote all of it. Okay. On the first page, general fund, what we expect coming in and what we expect going out. is, fairly decent. It does not give us overspending. What we're asking for that we've all talked about, is within our means for general funds. On the second page, on, the shelter house, what we are hoping to get taken care of, what we have and what we hope to take care of, will, put us at an excess of budgeted funds, over budget, so, we need to consider, will that take place or not? If she happens to get more renters, if we happen to get more, renters in there, if our ball field gets up and going, we might have more renters using that shelter house, and so those funds could be, a little bit better. The funds are low on that because they do pay a portion of that, heater, the furnace that had to be replaced back in December.
Will the shelter house be available for use during the park renovation, construction, all that going on down there?
You know, I'm not sure of that.
I don't know.
I haven't asked that question.
The part of it that,
They'll be working with the bathroom.
yeah, the bathroom would not be available while they're working on it. The rest of it theoretically would be available, but I don't know how much construction and stuff would be going on around it so that it wouldn't be safe to walk in there or not be available. You sure?
Well, if they're gonna have the water shut off, you won't be able to use the
Yeah.
kitchen area.
Yeah, you're right.
And they'll be working with water and sewer about it. On this anticipated expenses on the shelter house, what I see is really hurting is the new floor covering. I recommend we bust the floor, we rent the equipment, we bust the floor and we paint it, opposed to hiring it done at that expense. The generator, we decided we didn't need that. We've been without it for some time, and another thing I want to point out is that the mowing and maintenance, 14% of employee hours, we haven't had an employee that we've been paying for mowing. We've got, one, and they've only been averaging possibly 7 hours a week, if that, because I've been picking up a lot of the mowing. So that might not take as much of our funds as what we've got written down, because usually that's about what it would be for the mowing of that. So that might save us a little bit. So we might be down to, we might make it if we don't if we do flooring ourselves and not hire it, or put it off.
Will this shelter house thing be done by November?
You mean the new bathrooms and whatever
I mean, everything,
The park
because
renovation.
the,
It's supposed to start in August.
I doubt it.
You doubt it?
I doubt it. Because they're starting to let bids in October or in the fall.
because you have the standing thing with the, voting people that they use that thing in November.
Oh, November.
I don't know. I never asked.
They'll be able to use the shelter house, but I'll make sure that I'll talk to Seth tomorrow and let him know that we do have that. Yeah, good point. And my understanding they were going to begin in August.
Yeah.
Well,
So
that's what I thought you said, so
yeah, so the bid.
that made me question if they're gonna be done in time, they might fool around.
Yeah, the bid, and so we'll put that. I'll talk with Seth tomorrow. I'll send him an email and say that we do have that already obligated, and where will you be in that will be applicable?
Okay.
What's the chili? What's chili?
Oh, that's not till February.
Yeah.
They'll
Oh,
surely
that's
be done
right.
by
I was
then.
They sure will have.
Never mind.
And, bid, where this should be going out any time. I haven't been told that they are, but because it's a grant, I'm not giving as much.
Mhm.
So, But, we've got our information in already for our playground equipment. We've already said that a few things like the horseshoes, we're not gonna pay 11,000 for horseshoes. We'll just have what we have. So we do one device worth and we're fine. And so that would be going out soon, those bids. But I'll bring that up to Seth tomorrow to make sure he understands that we do have that search for November. So bathroom, I'm sure the bathrooms are the ones, first things they're gonna get on.
No,
Is
yeah,
that really-
whether 8 people that sits in there all day long from 5 in the morning till 7:30 at night.
Right, exactly, yeah. Page 3, the sewer, no motor fuel tax. We are okay on that. I'm not seeing any problems with that.
Well,
On that,
you just mentioned you wanna go light on the chip and seal on the streets.
and so you see that I only budgeted 13,000 for that. Last year we spent 22,000. The year before, or 26. The year before was about 20, and then years prior to that was just around 12 and 13. So I think that if we can stay within that budget, we'll be doing that. And we will not be doing the cold patch, ridding the box and having the cold patch removed, brought to us in bulk. We've got the bag, and that's going to be a little bit cheaper for us too. It's going to be cheaper in the product itself and the labor. So we'll save a little bit there. Ditch maintenance is just, something's going to come up and we might have to do for this or something. So I'll allow money for that, and then trees and sidewalks. As you drive around town, you'll see several trees on this side of the sidewalk, our side, that they're right on the bottom. And we get another bad storm and we're going to have some more trouble there. So I think that needs to be in the budget to go ahead and remove a few of those trees. And so that is up there.
And that can be paid from motor fuel tax
Yes.
funds.
Yes, correct. So that was something pretty good. The next page is the sanitation fund on the sewer. We have
Sanitation is
oh, I'm sorry.
trash.
The trash pickup. No problem there. On the page 5, I presented you to another page of the map for the white, the numbers weren't quite adding that. There's a lot going on the water page. We have hopes of doing quite a bit, and if we in fact are able to do the things that we need to do, we don't have enough funds. We're going to be out like 27,000. So we're going to have to cut something. The employees.
You're going over, you're saying predicting 27,000 over.
Yes, and what we're going to receive.
Okay.
Yeah. So some of the things that we are hoping for will be have to change. And I think part of that is because we will be starting the new savings account for the tower construction. Once the loan is distributed, then we are going to start putting monthly money into the account again. And that's going to add up. I think our estimate on that for putting in monthly 9,000, not monthly, but for the year 9,000.
The two well houses that need to be repaired, we put that under maintenance.
And under that, we were considering actually buying a new unit. And I believe Gary and I had talked about just buying the good plywood, they're called marine grade, and put it on there and paint it, and not buy a new building. And you had mentioned the well houses. You felt like well house one.
Well house 2 and well house 3.
Yeah.
Well, House 2 is the one of us that's park, and it is, not, you know, up on lot 1 that is not in use, but yes, that one is done, yeah. But that can be done. I'm saying we can repair the units opposed to buying new buildings.
Is it some of this on this page 5, it's fluid, because it's like, you don't know for certain what some of these, I know it's just,
Yes,
but it's just,
most of it,
I figured doing new, the budget is for doing new stuff, like totally rebuilding the building.
that's why on maintenance.
right, but you're also considering your set expenses, like your USDA payment, correct? That's
Yes,
on this page,
yes,
right? And your,
and our tower construction payment.
and your construction payment, and so that's what's, I think, is causing this to look skewed.
But we have to show that so that because those payments are gonna be there, and so maybe we cannot spend as much as what we were trying to, like the generator plan, does it have to be done this year? Right now, it's in the chlorine house, it's in a safe condition. And then when they redo our water system, that might be taken care of. They may give us a whole different building, and that might be taken care of. So we can elect to eliminate that now, or
You're talking about pad in-house for emergency generator mowers? Yeah, that can be put off. I mean, because so far we haven't
I think.
started on it.
Mhm.
We haven't really decided on it. So,
But it's
yeah.
not huge expense anyway. So.
And this is just proposing. This is what we're hoping to get taken care of, and we may or may not. So, and from the get-go, we can scratch some of these and present another budget next month, and to see if we're all in agreement with it or not. Anytime you're trying to do a budget, and you show right off the front that you're going to spend more than what you're making, then I think that budget's not a good budget. And so that's why we have it presented to you, so that we decide which things we want now.
It's pretty upside down.
Then I'll ask you all to review it and consider what we can. The first 4 other expenditures, that's just pretty well where it is. We'll make the employee thing, unless I can find a good permanent part-time employee, we probably won't be spending quite that much, because right now you're not paying an employee for this portion. Well, we just hired Tim, but he's only working an hour a day to take care of chlorine and water, unless there's a problem. So, he's not going to make $8,000 in a year on water.
Would there be any way you can, I know it's $27,075 that you're trying to account for or save on some of these other
Well, remember
things,
too,
but I don't see how you're gonna pull $27,000 savings on any.
numbers that we have there.
Yeah.
Well, the other thing to consider too is that our sewer, we own our water and sewer, and our sewer does help out our water when it needs to. But I think we need to eliminate the high maintenance. We're not going to, I think we shouldn't get the buildings, but we should go with just repair of buildings. That will bring that down substantially. Employee, we're going to save a little bit there because we don't have a permanent employee that's putting that much time into the water portion. office supplies, those are always gonna be there, those two amounts, that's just a little something.
Why was the personnel so high?
Well, we've always had a permanent part-time employee that would average 30 hours a week, and this number is based on that. So if we in fact get that employee, then this portion of what he makes per year is on water. The employee's payroll can be divided into all the different departments. Everything doesn't have to come out of general fund. It can come out of water and sewer because he's doing those jobs also.
And when you send in a report to IML, that's what you send in also.
And that helps your general fund also. And so, what percentage is that, Claudia? 32%.
For water is 32.
Yeah.
Well, on sewer, it's 15%. So if you're saying they're working hand in hand together, water and sewer, then why don't you just combine them both and just say it's 47% of the salary?
But you see that sewer, the amount is much lower because the time that the employee has to work with sewer is a lot less. Our lagoons are read weekly, the valves are turned weekly, the lift station is done weekly. Now troubleshooting we may run into more, but that's why the majority of your employees' time is done on maintenance and mowing. And water daily and your monthly readings, and that's a lot of your employee time. Again,
Okay, my question then is, what do you want to do with this page 5? You want to?
I want the trustees to review it, and we talked last month about what we were going to think we want done and see what we can eliminate. And then maintenance is those two big buildings to replace the building. And if we cut that down to where we're just repairing, then that number can drop. Claudia, these numbers come from her getting estimates of the size buildings that we would need to replace. And that's why that's so high.
New doors, new roof, new plywood all around.
Do you remember what Randy put last year? You have that?
I don't have that with me, sorry.
But that number is what got us the most.
Well, I think, that's an unrealistic number. $10,000 for repairing those two well houses.
And
I say no, it wouldn't be.
And truly, do we want to do it if we've got DPO grants coming in? I grant you DPO, if the grant goes through with the actual work, what will it start? Late 27 maybe? Or maybe January 28? So we're going to go another year with these well houses looking like this, but they do pass EPA standards. They are maintained, because what counts is what's inside. You know, things are painted, things are covered the way they're supposed to be, so.
And since these are all separate funds, and there's two of them that are way over budget, you could say it's okay to do this one, this one, this one, but these two here that are over budget, we don't like those at all, and we don't want to run those and get a better budget for those two, because the others are the others look pretty good. Just you can't always, it's just like your home expenses, you can't always afford everything you want.
You say, okay, drop the pad and house and drop the maintenance. That's only $10,565. You're still $17,000
Right.
in the red on that page.
We've already increased the water bill to meet this loan payment. If we find that we have a difficult time meeting the new loan payment for the tower painting, then that is something we'd have to consider is raising the water bill.
Okay, so if we just drop maintenance of 10-2 and pad the house for 365, is that gonna be okay for us to?
Yes, because we can show that it looks like we might be a little bit in the red on this one, on our proposed budget. But when it comes to our actual spending, we're aware, and at the end of the year, we may very well be within our audit and not be in the red at all.
Okay, then I make a motion, we eliminate those two, or drop
We'll drop
the maintenance down, or
Okay, so
eliminate the
we'll
maintenance.
research for what, our maintenance repairs actually cost last year, and then, what's gonna cost to do the minimum on our billing. That's what we were considering. And, the generator, we won't need to move that yet.
Okay. So do we need to vote on it, or what?
No, it's just,
And the idea also is we are to review it and see what we can figure out to help drop that with
right,
new input we're getting, and then make it work.
Okay. So we're not even gonna vote on this budget today?
I have a feeling this budget's not gonna pass.
Okay.
So then I would ask, we do have it on here, we don't have it necessarily to vote on, so I would just ask the board to, give me a motion to put the, proposed budget on hold for the next meeting.
Can we go ahead and discuss, the next page?
Do you find?
So the one thing that popped out on me was purchase of new zero train for 15. That's kind of odd. I don't think we want to do that.
Okay. This one does not put us, in fact, on the budget, that's on budget. And at this point, it looks like it doesn't leave us much left. And we can hold off on that. Like I said, I'm getting the, proposal for working on the levy.
Maybe we need to hold off on purchasing a mower till, we decide what we're gonna do with that waterworks thing, because if we have to
Yeah. if
go
it has
back
to
and
help.
forth
Mhm.
with some funding, then maybe we need to put off purchasing
Okay, well,
a mower.
you see that our funds are available are 74,000, and even after purchasing the mower, if we do purchase a mower, we still have a good balance of 48,000 for the year ending.
What's that figure again, you just said?
Okay.
After, I'm on page 6.
Sorry, you don't have it.
I show excess budget funds available over budgeted expenditures of $5,742.
Do you see that, Claudia? And it's 4,836. That was a correction that should have been made.
Okay, let's do that after the next one, 4.
And that's a positive number, 48,036 is what should have been.
Okay, all right, let's do some math here.
Okay, so page 6 needs to be
Page 6.
corrected.
Yes. We started out with 50,000, where we should be getting, 23,000, giving us a total budgeted funds available will be 74,000. Our expenditures, after all added in, 26,000 for the year, which will leave a,
48.
48,136, yeah, okay,
48,136.
right.
Okay.
Sorry for that error.
Right.
So the new mower is still within the budget. If we find something that is going to work.
Now, I even handle a list of commercial mower prices,
Okay,
and the one commercial, the used one was $1,500.
1,500?
1,500?
1,500 for a commercially used mower with only 620 hours on it.
How big a deck does it have?
That is, okay, I got several decks. Okay, okay, here we go. A 60-inch deck, brand new, is 5,580.
Okay,
Used with 640 hours, 60-inch deck, 3,000.
okay,
New 52-inch deck country clipper, they're all country clippers with joysticks, 6,864. Used, none in stock. Then on the 48-inch deck, it starts at 5,310, but she does have one, a 2011 with 700 hours on it for 1,500.
okay.
And this is with Kessel Enterprise, it's all commercial, mowers.
We'll make a copy of that and share it with Herschel. And,
Yeah, thank you.
so the two of you can continue to do that.
And is that
So you do it, but
Well,
commercial or?
it's all commercial. Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
all right, that's much better than what we had before.
And we can start looking for bids too, like,
But that
for auction.
1,500 one might be going fast, because she said they don't stay around long once they, come in.
Okay. So we'll
And
continue.
those are all zero turn.
Okay. I talked with Tyler Fields this week. He came out and looked at the lagoon for the work that I proposed having done, and he has a grasshopper. Does that work? Does it work, Herschel?
Grasshopper mower.
And it's his personal mower at home, and he has tools like the lagoon has, and he's very pleased with it. He said it works very well, and he could probably find a good use mower that for. The mower on that is out front, and he says you're low to the ground, and he's just really pleased with it. So that's something to look at too. I mowed today at the lagoon, and I left probably seven tasks where Donald will be going behind me and getting those because it's too much of a plant for me to do. Now I use my mower. I considered taking the zero turn out there today. So some of the ground is flat enough that the zero turn is no problem at all. But I just didn't do it. Next time I promise to try to use the zero turn out there, but I just don't want to end up in the lagoon.
Another 50.
I saw a snapping turtle out there today that its body was as big as a platter. I mean, it was huge. And
probably one was 3 or 4.
I was like, oh my gosh. I mean, I've seen them on the ground and so forth. I was begging one last year.
Here to mow, but not now.
And his head was way over here. And I'm like, well, where's the turtle? And they're like, oh, that's the turtle. Way back here was his body. That's how big he was. I'm like, yeah. And then I think I seen there was a little creature, like a muskrat or something. So that we might be getting ready for some problems there. If they're not digging holes. And,
Well, I was glad to give them
I'd heard someone come get those babies out of there. We'd be shooting them. I believe Peggy told me some time ago they did have someone come out and catch all those muskrats. You can't shoot them.
good.
And get rid of them. But,
Well, I was glad we did it.
but anyway, so I did a fairly good job mowing out there today, but there are paths that I cannot get because they are too much of a slope. Donald can handle it. He has a better mower, and he comes behind me and can get right up. Okay, so again, on the proposed budget this evening, is someone going to a motion for it to be reviewed and presented again next month?
Will that give us time to get it in? You may have to come, if you get this figured out, we may have to have a special meeting.
We possibly could. And, I will encourage, Claudia to get together with Peggy. She is our financial, and she may see something that we're missing here. They usually recommend that the budget be done. Do you know what the timeline is? And remember that usually a board treasurer does the budget. But because we do not have a treasurer, it is on our shoulders to come up with this budget. And the treasurer would have the more ins and outs. We have a bookkeeper, and she's not as involved in these things that we do. She just presents these bills to us and tells us what we've been and make sure our checkbooks are balanced and so forth.
And our fiscal year is different than what the county's is. And so as far as the budget, that asking for money from the county on a regular basis, that doesn't have to be done until the end of December. I mean, we turn it in sooner than that, as soon as we can, but for our own budget, you know, our fiscal year starts May 1st.
And usually the treasurer gets it prepared, and I don't know if it's in the 30 days or something like that, but I have to look in the book and read it again. But usually the treasurer does it. So that's why we were trying to get it from more.
So you're going to make some changes
Yes.
on the page 5, and
And,
that's
possibly-
basically,
and the shelter house, so page 5 we didn't like, and page 2. And Claudia will get together with, Peggy, and we'll get some more, see what else we can do, what we talked about this evening. And if anyone has any other motions, present those to Peggy or myself, and we'll get in here and look at it again. If we get it done to where it isn't presentable, we can call a special meeting and have it passed. If not, it'll be presented in the June meeting. I'm trying to think of the legalities there, if I'm supposed to ask for, I don't think it,
I make a motion that we, do some more work on it, and then see if we can pass it at the next meeting.
have a second,
Second.
all in favor? Aye. Okay, thank you.
Sherry was the second.
Yeah.
At this time, I'll, open the floor for public comment. We have no visitors this evening, so I will also close the floor. Around the table, anything else anybody needs to share?
What's the status of that little tractor with the mower on the back of it?
It's,
That's what could be used to mow the
well,
lagoon also, right?
and your volunteer has not gotten the tractor out there yet and tried.
So the tractor is able to be used?
Yes, it is up and running. We replaced the, ignition switch in it, last month, and I got it out of the garage, I put it out in the yard, I just didn't take it over to the lagoon and try it.
Well,
There's something about a
you might
tractor.
ask this new employee to
Yes.
check it out.
Okay, I will talk to Kim and see if Kim and I can, you have to remember that when you go to mow at the lagoon, you want to mow in the afternoon. You don't want to mow in the morning, still too wet, and so forth. You want a good dry day. And then afternoon, you can mow in there, you can slip and slide. But yes, I will get that out.
So buying a zero-turn mower or a different mower, wider deck and all, might be a moot point.
Commercial, yeah, as long as it, because, Donald doesn't have any trouble at all. With that. And, ours is not a commercial mower, and I think that's where it is. But I haven't tried the zero turn myself out there, because I'll do that, and Kim and I will get out there and put it. Now Stacy, she mows for us, and Donald has been strict with her and said she will not mow the lagoon, so. And that's not, and I know it's.
It's go, the because the bottom of the lawnmower ain't wide enough to hang over that ditch to cut it. That's the only way
Which
Don
mower
Wayne's
you
got
talking about?
it.
Which mower?
Don Wayne's got a wider cutting on his lawnmower than what we got on ours.
You're talking about the zero turn
Yeah.
that we have? Okay.
In the center ditch.
We
Yeah,
got
it's-
small decks on these.
Yeah, it's not as wide
They're
as,
54 and 60, I believe.
not on these.
Not on these.
154 and the black one is 60. Maybe I'm mistaken. Well, I do the most of the mowing, so I don't know, guys.
If it works for you, it works for us.
Okay.
That's right. You ain't gonna get me to argue.
If my brain says that, then that's okay, right?
Right.
Okay. Oh, the employee phone went through the washing machine. So at this point, we do not have an employee cell phone. We are in the process of replacing it.
I did get some prices on zero turn mowers. Of course, I thought maybe I could get a good used mower for less because the season's on, there's more trade-ins, and that's apparently not the case. The dealers that I checked with, they were like, well, we got some, and the other dealers said, no, we don't have any. So I guess it's whatever their policy is.
There you go. That's
So,
right.
it's basically what I presented last time on the Skag mowers. Used Skag mower, 60-inch deck, is right at $10,000. But the Skag mower, compared to, say, a Kubota or a Toro, the Skag mower weighs 1,600 pounds.
Right.
And that's the difference. A mower like a Kubota or a Toro may weigh 1,000 pounds. So there's a big difference in the
Right.
stability and balance of those mowers. So that's why I'm trying to get the Skag mower, if I can find one. And as it looks now, $10,000 for a used one, that's about as good as we can get.
We're looking for a 60-inch.
Yes.
Do they have brand new?
61, it's actually 61-inch.
They have, they have 72-inch for 10,000 at the Kiefer place. And they're all Country Clipper brands. I don't know, it's supposed to be a good American-made brand.
We'll look into the weight of that and see what.
Yeah, and you get 3 years warranty on it. So, but the 60.
Are you solar?
No.
Oh.
No, this is brand new.
Oh,
Brand
okay.
new, the 60 inch is 5,380. 580, right. I don't know, Toro, I don't know. Yeah. It'd be nice to donate to the American workers. You know, get American products. But,
Well, Skag's making the most too,
yeah.
I
What
think.
was the price on the Country Clipper 60-inch?
Country Clippy, the 60-inch was now this is with municipality deduction.
Yeah.
5,580. There's a used one for 3,000. 60-inch with 640 hours on it. The 52-inch was 6,008. Was higher than the 60-inch, so I don't know why. That is, and then there's a brand new 48-inch is 5,310, and a 48-inch used is 1,500.
They sound too much like what I have already.
These are commercial.
Yeah, and that's what surprises me, because they're commercial, and those are what prices that we pay for the loans that we have now.
Yeah, so maybe, who knows, we might be able to, she's giving me a lot of deductions and stuff.
Okay.
I don't know. Something to look into.
next meeting, the auditor, the resolution, and the budget, and we presented it now. And, I think that's all I have, guys. The next meeting date is June 9th, second Tuesday of the month, June 9th. Tomorrow is Big Trash Pickup Day. This Saturday, we will be collecting old tires here at City Hall.
Is that big trash tomorrow?
Yes, and we put the prices of the tires in the, water bill, so every resident is aware that the trash is tomorrow, and that the tire collection is this Saturday. Starts at 10, it goes from 10 to noon. And, I've seen quite a few residents that do have some big trash out, so they are taking advantage of this opportunity, so.
When is the tank going to be brought in for the water tower, did you say that?
It's gonna be coming on the same day as the, Viking coming in for their setup, and that will be May 26th. That's the date that's given you now. And approximately 5 weeks to, complete the job. And the road will be closed that night.
And you're closing the Park Road from,
Yes, from the day they arrive until they're done, yes.
and at the other end, where you closing it out? There, where the entrance is to the park?
No, you'll be able to come into the shelter house, and then right past, got the dumpster. I don't think I'll be letting anyone go past the dumpster. All right, we have a motion to adjourn.
A motion that we adjourn.
Second, all in favor?
All right,
All right, thank you, everyone.
I'll call this Keithel place.
Oh, okay, yeah, the girl I spoke with is Kat, K-A-T. This is your page? But, you know, it's another, you know.
Did everyone take care of the?
It's another mower.
Yeah. They're okay.
Got signatures on all.
Where's
Yeah, there was 2